Okay, so I think I'm live now. Yeah. Ok. Bueno, para todos los que se van a conectar con el canal de YouTube, tengo aquí la fortuna, la felicidad, la maravillosa felicidad de tener a Saamdu. Saamdu es, bueno, personalmente es un amigo que yo quiero muchísimo, que conocí hace un tiempo gracias al World Happiness Fest que hicimos en San Miguel de Allende, en México. Tuve la fortuna de conocerlo. Él obviamente es una persona que le encantan los animales, vive además en un sitio donde está rodeado de cosas súper bonitas, es mi maestro de meditación de forma personal, pero además es un gurú en todos los temas que tienen que ver con felicidad. Él estuvo obviamente en el proyecto del indicador nacional de felicidad, que es con lo que además se mide la felicidad nacional en el reino de Bután. Entonces aquí vamos a hablar de muchos temas de resiliencia. Voy a hacer esta entrevista en inglés, pero después yo miro a ver cómo también les paso ahí la transcripción para que todos ustedes la puedan ver. Bueno, so I have here Saamdu. I just make a super short interview because you are like my guru of all the gurus. So it's very happy to be here with you right now.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to chat with you. I always love this. And in fact, I have a dream to live in Colombia. It just
in my home.
Yeah, it's just in opposite Bhutan, you know. I would love to do that, you know, meditate at your home.
Yeah, I would love that. Well, I told everybody that today we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, but also resilience. So what is resilience for you, and how can we like apply it in our daily life?
Well, resilience is, I think we all know that when you can bounce back to what you've been doing each day, every day, in not a negative form, but in a positive form, then that's resilience for us, right? It's like when you throw a ball onto the ground or to the wall, and when it bounces back to where you have thrown, it's, you know, you are resilient. So, sorry. So resilience, actually, if you look into the nature, we see the amount of resilience that nature has is tremendous. And we are a small part of that nature, very small, insignificant part of the nature. The challenge we have is we think we are much more brighter, much more brilliant than the nature itself. Forgive me. But the truth is that nature is all powerful because of our epigenesis, because of our neuroplasticity. It's all with the nature, you know. We are basically dependent 100% with nature. Nature is never dependent on human beings. We live in an ecology where we are actually the most useless part of the whole universe. And given that fact, I think one very important area for us to realize is that we live in interdependence. And once we know this, what we constitute of, then we know ourselves. When we know ourselves, then I think it becomes much easier to be resilient in any form or in any area or any way.
Okay, yeah, because we destroy our nature, really. So we need to have like a better communication with everything that is around us, I think.
Right,
okay.
True.
How do you think we can like apply that resilience to our daily life? And now that we are in COVID, what does resilience have to say to us?
Right. You see, one of the very important factors is that we have to know ourselves. And to know ourselves, it's a long story, but to make it very short, you see, when you go back, where do we come from? We might say we are born from a mother, but where do we come into the mother? Then you realize there is a haploid of mother, half a seed from mother, half a seed from father that connects in the mother's womb. Now, before these half seeds are formed in their own spaces, where were the seeds? seeds were in the genes. So, you know, I mean, once it comes into mother's womb and forms one cell called the diploid or zygote, that one cell multiplies and divides to become a baby, and each of those, you know, one cell has its DNA and its information that actually provides for the food that mother eats, to that, you know, that it nourishes that one cell to go for becoming a skin, a heart, a mind, all that is happening then. It is from the food that we have eaten. And where does the food come from? From the Mother Earth. And so if you see as a grown-up human being what our form constitutes of, then we realize 72% is water. And on an average, a human cell is 37.2 trillion is just cells, average. And each cell seems to have about 1.4 volts, equivalent of current energy. So if you multiply with 37.2 trillion cells, we are a walking field of the entire energy system on this planet Earth. So huge. That's why when we close and I think about you, you are here in my mind. You are 15,000 kilometers away, but I can see you right here and now. You see, this is all to do with our energy, the level of energy we carry. Now, if we have so much of energy in body, it is a part of the form. And also that each cell requires oxygen. So you can imagine 37.2 trillion cells requiring little oxygen. So together the heat and the oxygen forms 16% of our body mass. 72% is water and the 12% is in form of food in the cells and bones and things like this. So 100% of you and me, we are the same. You are not different from me. We are exactly the same. Now, when I know this fact, then what happens? I begin to see everything as one. I begin to form into oneness. When I'm in oneness, there's no dualistic feeling. When there's no dualistic feeling, then there is no greed, there is no excessive desire, there's no jealousy, there's no pride. And if you don't have these 5 things in us, we are as humble, as, you know, as beautiful as any human being can be. And there's no problem with any kind of, you know, whether it's during this pandemic times or even without, we will never be under any kind of stress because we know ourselves. Because we know ourselves, we start to think everything as a whole and nothing really matters. So we naturally are resilient. For a moment, something will come, hit us. But because we are aware completely, then we say, come on. First thing, we accept it. Now, when you reject, when you say, no, I don't want this pandemic, I am suffering, I need to blow out myself, go out somewhere, do something, then you are suffering already. But you accept this, there is pandemic, we are locked down. What can I do in this? First thing is to accept, yes, there is it. Second thing is, how do I make this very productive time? You see, there are so much of, we are born with so much of innate values. We can raise every day a value. And if you repeat, for example, you have an interest in music. For all these times, when you play your music and start practicing, you will perfect. By the time the pandemic is over, you become a perfect musician. If you want to do painting, you could do that. You know, so there are so many beautiful things that you can develop for yourself, and you can change the whole life. Profession is not everything. If you want to be happy, you need to serve others, live in connection with ecology, and you need to take out your passions. There are many things that I might know about myself, that I like nice food, I like pretty girls, I like beautiful flowers, I like a bright day, and also a rainy day. You know, there's likes and dislikes that I know. You might know few things that I don't even know about myself. But this is about myself. But do I know myself? Not about myself, myself. Then we go deeper into understanding what are my confusions? What is my conflict? What are my deep values? What are my deepest desires? What is my passion? This translates into telling us who we are. And when we have found ourselves and we follow our passion, all this doesn't matter. You'll always be resilient because you know yourself. And like I said, when you know yourself, you're not greedy, you're not desirous, you're not angry, you're not jealous, you're not prideful. You become a great human being.
Wow, I love it. If with meditation people can be more resilient?
Of course, definitely. Because meditation is to create awareness, a complete awareness of your own senses and self. When you meditate, like we've been talking about different stages of meditation. Once you reach to the last 8th stage of meditation, which is samadhi, that is the time when the dualistic feelings are not there. Mm-hmm. When there is no bipolar systems for you. I'll not see Pili as a woman and a different person. No, I'll see Pili 100% me is in Pili is in me. So when I have this kind of sense, that is when you cross over the highest form of our frequency, the highest form of our vibration in the frequency is, it starts actually, the positive side starts from willingness to do something for others, acceptance of things as they are, and reasoning, the power of reasoning, understanding. Then you go to the next is love. When you start to vibrate at that level, it doesn't have any connotation of I would love this person or that person with this condition. It's unconditional. It starts to arise in you. After that is joy, and beyond joy is peace. When you are in these stages of love, joy, and peace, you don't start to see things as they are. An ugly person is beautiful in its own place. A beautiful person is beautiful in its own place. A good is beautiful in its own place. The bad is beautiful in its own place. You will never see them different. They are beautiful in their own spaces, and you'll appreciate that. You'll connect with it. So you are already at that high frequency. And when you cross that over joy, then you are entering into a perfect synchronicity with your mind, where nothing will matter. And you become absolutely resilient in anything you do, because everything is you. Nothing is different. So why would you not be resilient? So meditation is a very powerful way of coming into, people call nirvana, or people have another name for it. That's a stage beyond peace. There's a stage beyond peace when nothing matters. Mm-hmm. Nothing matters. And when nothing matters, what is resilience then? Nothing.
True. For the people that are seeing the YouTube interview and they don't know anything about meditation, how can you tell them to have little steps to start meditating?
Yeah, well, meditation is actually very simple as it sounds, but it's difficult, and everything can happen with practice. Practice is the utmost importance here. Repeat it without fail. And then a time will come when you start to naturally do it. So meditation is something that we calm ourselves. There are different stages of meditation. Time doesn't permit us to tell all this. But let me explain in gist. Meditation is something that you connect yourself with yourself. So this is already a resilience. Okay? So to do that, we have to focus on something. And mind keeps on wandering and floating. And we know that in a day, we would have about 60 to 70,000 thoughts, good and bad, that arise in us. And we know that 47% of these thoughts are bad thoughts, or thoughts that don't help us at all. Now, meditation will stop all this. How? So what you need to do is you need to find a comfortable place, whether it's on a chair or on a couch or on a cushion. But there are certain posture that you need to make it ready. If you're sitting on a chair, your legs must be grounded. Your hands must be resting on the thighs with the palms upwards. Your lower back should be straight. So don't try to go back onto the chair, but come in front of the chair so that you can keep your back a little straight. Your shoulders have to be completely relaxed and your hands resting on your thighs. Eyes completely droop down that you barely see half of your arm or closed. And if you're tired, if you close your eyes and start breathing, focusing, you might also fall asleep. So it's up to you what you want to do. But really trying to droop your eyes completely to see half your hand is the best, because you still remain aware and you'll not fall asleep. Your tongue must be touching lightly the upper palate, teeth not biting, lips not closed. And your neck should be slightly tucked in chin, so that your neck is straight, but not under stress. It has to be relaxed. So this is a form of sitting on a chair. And if you sit on a cushion, then you need to sit on a high cushion, so that depending on your height, you might be very tall or very short. You might need cushion anything between 5 inch to 8 inch to a feet long, or 12 inch. When you sit on the edge of the cushion, your knees, when you fold your legs, your knees should be touching the ground. And at that posture, what happens? Your back, lower back, naturally becomes straight. And then you try to have an inner, hand mudra in the inner lap during that time. So what you do, if you are a right hand user, put the right hand on the top of the left hand, connect your 2 fingers and put it in the inner lap. Okay. The reason why we do this is when you get into deeper meditation practices, then whatever energy you collect from the universe, you're going to roll around your own self. This is the reason. And when you put your hands on your thighs, you can immediately begin to feel the tremendous amount of energy. When you focus on the center of your palm, you'll feel tremendous amount of energy entering through the center of your palm into your body system. So it's all the reason why, if you're sitting on a chair, have the palms open upwards, so that even if you don't focus, there is a natural flow of energy into your body system. And it doesn't go away because it's entering and your feet is grounded. So, you connect with Mother Earth and the universe in oneness. So important thing is that we need to bring ourselves into oneness. So what you need to do is you need to sit and then now start breathing in. And your focus should be the breath. And in the beginning, you can also put your right hand on your heart or on your tummy to feel its movements. Okay, when you put on your heart, it's the chest that moves with your breathing. When you put on the stomach, it's also the breathing in and breathing out. So you feel that. Connect your breath with your mind. When you connect your breath with your mind and your sitting posture is correct, then you're connecting your senses, you're connecting your mind and your body together. And this becomes most important. Once you've done that, then constantly listen to your breathing in and breathing out. Mind will float away. It'll begin to wander. But then the moment you realize your mind has gone away from focusing into your breath, then you invite the mind to come back again and continue to focus in breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you practice 45 minutes every day, I'm sure you cannot do at once in one sitting, but 9 minutes over 5 times a day into 21 days, I can promise you will become a good meditator with at least 15 to 20 minutes of concentration, totally being aware of your breathing in and breathing. At that moment, you begin to rise above at a place where nothing will matter. You see, then you are entering into nirvana already. This is a practice. It cannot happen overnight. You need to constantly practice. And in many of the practice, they also say, breathing in, my mind is calm. Breathing out, my body is composed. You can form your own language, like breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I'm happy.
So you can kind of talk to yourself.
Yes, you can talk to yourself. provided this is what you want. If you only want to calm and get into the place of nirvana, then you don't do this. But you want to radiate your face with laugh, with smile. Then what you do is you meditate every day, saying that breathing in, I put a smile on my face. Breathing out, I feel happy. And over the time, your face will radiate like what you've been practicing.
Nice.
So this is the kind of meditation that can take you anywhere. How you want to see the world, you can meditate, and you'll begin to see the world exactly the same.
Wow, I love it. And Saamdu, for the people that say that, no, I cannot meditate because I think a lot, I cannot stay like sitting down with my eyes closed, what is the formula for them?
Well, you see, the emotions, bad thoughts or feelings are the first one that will come. Now, ancestrally, we know that these feelings have helped us live through the generations, through billions of years. This is something we cannot do away with. Definitely, when you sit down, thoughts will start to arise, pains will start, and if you fight them, you try to throw them away, it will come even more strongly. So what you have to do is you have to recognize, you have to accept. This is very important. You have to accept. As you sit down, suddenly a thought arises and that starts to pain you. You have a feeling of pain in your heart. Then you have to accept, yeah, this feeling is coming. Then you begin to deduct. Through meditation, you can still do this. You can feel, why am I having this feeling? You have an answer. Question that answer again. You have another answer. Question that answer. You have another answer. It's like peeling an onion, and then at the end, you find nothing. Right? Exactly, our emotions are the same. We are today, no more, our negative emotions are not about fearing that the tiger might eat us, or, oh, there might be a snake, that might bite me, or something like that. That is nothing to do with those kind of things. Our fear are based totally on the 5 poisons, the greed, excessive desires, the jealousy, the anger. And when you are angry, you need to realize, oh, I'm angry. Then you have to, either shift your positions, saying, okay, I'll focus on something else. I'll not listen. I'll do this. Why do we get angry? It's because we connect with the person who is saying something or who is doing something. The moment you don't disconnect, there's no pain. If, Pili, you're talking in Colombia, in Bogota, about me, all the bad things, how will it hurt me?
Yeah,
But if I hear you, then probably I get hurt. But if I hear you and just smile, Pili loves me and she says all good things.
Yeah,
what she's now saying is all good things. How will it hurt me? It will not hurt me anyway. So it's how you accept and how you take it in. So you don't have to really suffer with anything. We suffer because we are pride-filled. If someone says something, we take it so hard in our heart. Oh God, why? Why? But if you know yourself who you are, why bother? If somebody calls me a horse or an ass or whatever, how will it hurt me? Because I know myself who I am. Whatever they say is their problem, their perspective, their way of thinking. How can I change them? I don't need to change because I know myself. Mm-hmm. But the moment I don't know myself, then I suffer. This is why the suffering is. Actually, talking about anger, a sage was asked in India by someone saying, can you define anger? And he said, anger is a punishment that you give it to yourself because of somebody.
It's true.
You see, so we punish ourselves with that, for somebody's mistake or for somebody's, thoughts. So I think we need to arise. So the important thing for all those who wants to meditate, but thoughts keep on coming, bothering, all you need to do is recognize, not block them. Never try to block thoughts. The moment you block them, the more will come. But you have to recognize, accept. We are human beings, thoughts will arise, and then just request the thoughts to leave, you focus in your mind. Thoughts, if some thought become very strong, then hold it there and say, why am I having this thought? you get an answer. You start peeling the onion, questions, until you come to the center. And this thought, by the way, if you go to the center, it'll never bother you again.
Nice, I love that.
Yeah.
It's okay if we make like a little meditation for the people that are watching, so they can have a meditation with you right now.
Sure. Why not?
I'm going to sit.
Let me pick up my bell.
Okay. Yeah, because it's very important.
Yeah. Please sit comfortably wherever you're sitting, with your legs grounded if you're on the chair, or legs folded if you're sitting on the cushion, hands resting on your thighs or inner lap, eyes completely drooped down or closed, tongue touching lightly the upper palate, teeth not biting, lips closed, and your neck slightly straightened so that your face is straight. Begin to breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, the focus of your breath is the awareness that you take to focus your breath. Breath becomes your object of the focus. So be aware how the breath is entering you and how it is exhaling. If you want, you can keep your hand in your heart and see the movement, feel the movement of your breathing in and out, or on the stomach, either place. Now, as you are breathing in and breathing out, focusing in your mind, your mind to your breath in and out. Take your thoughts to your center of your palm, and now feel the amount of energy, tremendous amount of energy entering from the center of your palm into your body, nourishing every inch of your body, every cell in your body. Just keep focusing in breathing in and breathing out. As you breathe in, tell your mind that I am calm. As you breathe out, tell your mind that your body is relaxed. So in, calm mind, out, relaxed body. Continue taking deeper breaths in and slowly let it out. Breathe in, calm mind. Breathe out, relaxed body. As I feel very calm and peaceful with my breath in and out, I send my heart to all my loved ones. May they awaken from forgetfulness and transcend the path of anxiety and sorrow. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. As I feel very calm and peaceful, I now decide to send my loving kindness to all my loved ones. May you be well and happy. May you be free from fear and any suffering. May you be loved and cared. May you learn to live in abundance of love and joy. May you be able to touch others' life with happiness. May you be happy and well. I continue to breathe in with a smile in my face and breathe out with happiness in me. In, smile, out, happy. I now take my mind to my feet, feel the suppleness of my legs, my soles. I wriggle my toes. I make movement of my ankles. I feel the heels, the calf muscles, knees, and thighs. I request them to relax, and I thank them for being there for me, to carry me to places I love, need to go to. Since I've begun to walk on them, I take my thoughts to my lower back, slightly straighten it, gently feeling relaxed, and thank the back for connecting the rest of the bodies. I take my thoughts to my internal parts, the stomach, liver, lungs, kidneys, pancreas, and others that help me rejuvenate with energy, help me detoxify my body, cleanse the body, and balance the needs for my body. I'm grateful to them. I take my thoughts to my shoulders and gently move them and find it relaxed. I take my mind to my hands and ask them to relax and thank them for helping me to caress, hold, embrace, feel, touch, receive, give, and so on. I can't imagine without them, so I'm grateful to them. I now take my mind to my mouth, move my tongue, make slight movements of my chin, and relax. I take my thoughts to my mind, to my brains, and thank these brains that help create neural pathways the way I want to be, the way I want to see, and request the brains, the mind, to calm and be still and be joyful. Peaceful. I take my mind to my heart and be grateful for the heart for being there that makes me the human that I am. Filled with love, compassion, kindness, altruism, empathy, benevolence. Helps me become the true human, filled with love and compassion. Gently bring back your awareness to your body. Rub your hands. Put them against your eyes. And gently open your eyes halfway. Hold it there. Continue to take deep breaths in and out. Make movements of your legs. Massage them if required. And once you're ready, you can completely open your eyes, filled with love and compassion. Now, this meditation that I did is a mix of many things.
Yes.
So, for example, when you go to bed, if you touch your body parts, start like from the foot or from wherever, whichever part, but try to complete it. You start feeling your body pressure on the mat, the toe, the heels touching you're sleeping straight on your back, then toes on the mattress. And so you start thanking each part, and every part you thank, the next thing you do is, my eyes are falling, and I'm falling asleep, my eyes are getting heavier. Go to the next part, again repeat that, thank the part, and again repeat saying, my eyes are getting heavier, I'm falling asleep. That way, by the time you are halfway in your body, you have a deep sleep. And the sleep that will happen is a wonderful sleep, because the next morning you'll be totally refreshed. This is the magic of connecting your body and your mind together. This is a beautiful practice. And every time you are in a corporate world, if you're working, don't sit too long. After 2 hours of your sitting, you should get up, start making movements of your body, and take another 5 minutes to move around and 5 minutes to sit and meditate.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you again are rejuvenated back to the same level that you were in the morning. And this is a wonderful way of doing more things in less time,
Okay, yeah, perfect.
So, yeah. So I took multiple things. One was breathing in and out, very important part of it. And of course, the other part was like putting verses as you breathe in and out. Then, of course, touching every part of the body, sending loving kindness. You also can send it to yourself. If you have someone you can hug, hugging has a special way of doing it. And I think Pili, hugging left to left, chin on the shoulders and all that, because that produces 4 chemicals that are required for us to be happy, which I call the dose of happiness, which I first formed and spoke in Miami in 2016 or 17, I'm not sure, 2017, I think, the first World Happiness Summit. Now everybody owns that term, dose of happiness. Anyway, but that just comes out from hugging, right kind of hugging, sending loving kindness and gratitude. Just simple 46 seconds of hugging gives you enough things to be happy.
Yeah, right now we have to send like a energetic hug.
Yeah.
We're so apart.
So you can hug yourself also. If you have nobody around you, you can hug yourself and send loving kindness to yourself. May I be happy and well. May I be safe and free. May I bring love to everyone. May I bring happiness to people I touch. May I be well and happy. This kind of things you can always put it to yourself. And this is where you make your self-affirmations. So it's very important to have self-affirmations all the time. Not to think that you're worthless, but to think that you have a purpose in life. That's why you're born here. And you have to fulfill this. And to find that is where you go into your passions.
Saamdu, we always have to sit to meditate like with an intention?
Yes. Oh, that's something I didn't tell you. Yes. you need to have an intention. So it's the best, because why you're doing, often it's just for calming the mind you're doing. So you know the intention. But if you have some other intention, like you want to say, I would like to look very calm as a person. That's the intention. And with that, you start to meditate. Or you would like to reflect happiness wherever you move. That's the intention. So you need to build intention why you want to meditate. Or it may be that someone is unwell in your vicinity and you want to send loving kindness, energy to the person. So you would say, if it is your parents or your siblings or your friends, you imagine them in your mind and you start sending your loving kindness or your prayers, whatever, however you do. So that's the intention. And then you meditate, and through meditation, you start to visualize the person and you start to feel the person, start to send the messages to the person. Don't worry, you'll be okay. You're perfect. You're a good human being. You'll be all right. You're talking through your mind. Like I said, we have so much energy. You are already meeting that person and you can feel that person very easily.
We can do this like with a person that right now in the pandemic, they have like, I don't know, COVID and they are like sick or something. We can do that with like visualizing the person and sending like that intention.
Yes, very much, very much. This will work wonders, This will work wonders because like I have an example actually from Mexico. A lady, her daughter was stuck in America, in California. She has two daughters, beautiful daughters, and the elder one, I think, was stuck there with her father. And she wanted to go and recover her or bring her back to Mexico because she was addicted. And father couldn't control her at all. She's just 17 years old. And suddenly she found me. And, thanks to the universe, I asked her to send me her photos. And I asked her to send me the coordinates where she is. And I started to talk to her, visualize her sleeping in the bed, the photo that showed me, and visualizing and talking to her. First week, it was just trying to, find her, listen to me. And the second week was talking to her, telling her what is right from wrong. So trying to bring that feeling for her. And third week was telling her how her mother is missing her and who are the mothers. So trying to tell her how much suffering is that because of your act, you're bringing not only to your mother, but to so many around. And on the third week, she gave me a message saying, I'm so grateful, thank you for your prayers that she's home. You see?
Nice.
So this is workable, but you have to have right intention, because when you have right intention, then things will work. Also, you can also work with wrong intention. That's why we say witch, wizards, and all that. When my intentions are bad, then my frequency, my vibrations are bad. And when I see you as a very good person, because of my vibration, if I win your frequency with my vibration, I make you bad too. Feel bad, look at things badly. This is possible. This is a practice again of so-called, we call that magic or black magic or whatever. This is how it happens. Because of our level of energy, we can transform the way we want.
Wow. Saamdu, this has been wonderful. I think for all the people that are right here in the YouTube channel, it's been like a pleasure being with you here. I'm going to put in the footnotes like your YouTube channel so that people know also your YouTube, so they can go there and see your wonderful videos that you have. I have the pleasure to have you like every week, so I'm very happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
bringing me here.
Thank you.
And by the way, for the viewers, this is Bhutan, a small part of Bhutan. Welcome to Bhutan, a beautiful land.
I hope one day I will be there. Yeah, and then I can give you a big hug, like physical hug.
Yes, the right kind of hug, yes.
Thank you, Saamdu, for this time. I send you kisses and hugs and the super, super nice energy for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody. Gracias a todo el mundo que se conectaron. Nos vemos dentro de 8 días que tenemos otra entrevista. Saamdu, para que lo busquen en el canal de YouTube. Yo les voy a dejar ahí en la partecita de abajo el canal de él para que se puedan conectar y lo puedan ver porque tiene cosas súper bonitas y muchos aprendizajes que nos pueden servir a todos nosotros. Así que muchas, muchas, muchas gracias.